Hey guys, this is TheEnder. Welcome back to the round of 4 matchup between Ssak and Mong. This is going to be the Allstars tournament for Sonic, the BJ Star League. And so far we've seen sorry, it's not Sonic, Ssak, and he's taken first two matchups versus Mong, and let's be honest, he did quite well. I mean, Mong's not playing badly; he's playing pretty standard. First two games, Mong went and did some harassment, floated out his barracks, got the vision, sieged some tanks on the natural, killed some SCVs. But Ssak, he's just straight up win games, and he's putting together solid dropship play. And so here we are, game 3. This is a best of 5, so if Ssak wins this match, that's it, game. And he moves on to the finals. But so Mong he's still got a chance, but he's got to win 3 in a row versus the guys that just took 2 against him. So it's a rough place for Mong to be in. So the map we are on is Circuit Breaker, and so yeah, let's see what happens. So Mong is the one going for the... Is he going for... Okay, he is really going across the map, playing his barracks down. Seriously? What is he doing? No barracks yet? What? Scout? Cross... Oh! Is he going for a 14cc? Mong might be going for a 14cc. He still hasn't put down his barracks. And his opponent's barracks is over halfway done, and he's got the gas. Start adding up, that's at least 250. Yeah, this is like a 14cc. Alright, that's ballsy. I mean, he's down 2 games to nothing, so he decides, hey, forget the combative cheese, I'll take the economic cheese. Alright, this may work for him. I don't know, I don't do enough TVT to know if the regular 1 racks into whatever can kill a 14cc. So of course 14cc is 14 SCVs and then the command center. And then of course you follow it up with the normal, barracks factory, more factory stuff. And like I said, it's economic cheese because it's sort of if it gets scouted in a reasonable time period and your opponent can just react to it properly and you lose almost instantly. But so far, he might hold it off. He hasn't been scouted, and the SCV is going to scout him last, which is such a huge thing. I mean, that gives him so much extra time, and that's all he needs right now. He needs time. His barracks is done, his factory's on the way, and his opponent's expanding. So Mong might it looks like he's going to get away with this, which is great for him. I mean, and it's good for us. We don't want to just see a steamrolling from Ssak. So barracks going down in the front. Sorry, not barracks. Bunker going down at the front. You don't see it too often, mainly because bunkers are just bad versus Terran. You might do like a bunker rush, but I mean, when it comes to mech, an unsieged tank will outrange a bunker with Marines in it. But okay, it's been scouted, he saw the bunker, so he knows something's fishy. Probably knows it's a 14cc, but by now, I mean, he's got a vulture, and a vulture's really not going to do too much against a bunker. He can try to run by, but with a single vulture, he's probably not going to be able to get anything done. I mean, the Marines in the bunker will, do enough damage to it so that... Okay, and it's getting walled in. But yeah. And I like this starport. So in addition to being hard for it to be, scouted and rushed adequately, that starport essentially means, okay, so even if I get sieged up against, he's not going to have, anti-air in time. The only anti-air he'll have is, you know, Marines. And with a little bit of micro, Wraith will take off the Marines. He's just making it harder for, you know, an early rush to kill him since he doesn't have the mech tech in the right numbers. So he's got a wall in, and it looks like he's actually completed the wall in, and he'll probably cancel that top depot at some point in the future. And he's following up with the starport to, once again, make it more complicated for a rush to be successful against him. So, Ssak is going to have the opportunity, if he wants, to contain Mong. And right now he's just throwing down the spider mines. But, and those will provide vision, but not like a real contain. 4 vultures out. So, single Wraith out for Mong, pushing away the scouting barracks. It may go down, but it's not a huge deal. I mean, considering the amount of scouting information a barracks gives, you know, I'd say it's okay if you lose it when you're this late in the game. Watch out, Marines. Okay. Okay, that was a good scan. He cleaned up all those mines. Slow vultures like, hey, we're gonna sneak in. And the tanks are like, no, you're not. And the slow vultures are like, yeah, but I'm gonna eat all your Marines. So armory is down. Getting the comsat station. So anti-air shouldn't be a problem. He's got scans. Going up to 5 factories. Control tower going down for the starport. So dropships will be possible. Finishes off that vulture. So I said anti-air won't be a problem, but we've only got 1 Goliath, and it's just staying in the main. Surprisingly, +1 is not on the way yet for Ssak. Oh, he's taking a 3rd base really quickly. So, alright, once again, we talked about this, you know, when one player expands, relatively speaking, the other player has a military advantage. And so, in addition to having that better expansion last time, not better, well, last time, but since we had the 14 CC, that's a more economic opening. And since Mong hasn't taken a 3rd, but Ssak does, until that 3rd gets up and starts paying for itself, it's actually going to be a slight advantage for Mong. And he took out a free, I say free, but a rather cheap tank. Mong could push right now, and he still has literally until that command center's been mining for about 30 seconds before his advantage, you know, wears off. So he could do some stuff. Vultures in the main, and they're dropping some mines, but I expect those mines to be cleaned up. Single SCV goes down. And Mong is just going to expand later. So the nice thing about his expansion over Sakk's expansion is that it is a gas base rather than mineral only. And of course a gas base means, you know, more tanks, more Goliaths, more race. More fun. Those 2 tanks, they're in range of each other, but once again they can't see each other. Alright, there's a scan. Alright, and he picked off that tank at the cost of, ooh, like 3 vultures? That's questionable. Alright, Mong is pushing in. Mong is pushing in. Picks off 2 of the tanks really quickly. And the last one. Alright, he had the military edge. And he's taking it. He's pushing with it. He's almost at... Oh, okay, so here's the problem now. So this isn't an early game contain, so it's not like he can push all the way to the natural. He's not going to be able to cross that bridge. So of course bridges are really hard to cross, just in general. Mainly, you know, they choke down the units, you know, bunch them up so they take more splash damage. Your units can, you know, only run so fast, and they can't fire when they're running optimally, usually. So because that's a lot of factories, man. But yeah, because of that bridge, it looks like Ssak will survive the push. He won't be fully contained. So yeah, we've got a lot of factories. Is that 10 factories from Ssak? And only like 5 from Mong? Holy crap. Ooh, but we got Wraiths. That's a bit of a waste of them, in my opinion, just using them to kill the eBay. But yeah, that 3 Wraiths, that's enough to be scary. And I say scary, what? Alright, he's using SCVs to tank some shots, and he's moving in with his tanks. I'm not sure why, but Ssak wants to push. Oh, it's just taking so long for his tanks to siege up, though. Looks like he's going to break most of it. Hero Vulture, hero mine. Yes, yes, yes! What? Alright, there's a Goliath on the high ground that we can't see. Alright, so the contain is pushed back, but at what cost, of course? At what cost? But that also costed a lot of SCVs. That's... And there's got to be like 4 or 5 Wraiths on the map. A bad day to be a tank. So in case you're wondering, Spider Mines do not trigger on Vultures. That being said, they will still do damage to Vultures, they just won't trigger them. And of course this goes along with the, what do you want to call it, the mythology, the ideology, the story, that Vultures actually sort of, they float, they don't actually like ride on the ground. So like Archons, they don't trigger mines. Alright, so all these Vultures should go down, but they could assassinate like all the SCVs. Alright, good, so some of the SCVs survive. But yeah, Vultures are a really interesting unit, since they cost so little, and they do so much damage to light units. You can literally, you know, move your Vultures in, and if you target the enemy SCVs, rather than the enemy Vultures, you can actually come out economically ahead. Because, you know, it takes 3 shots to kill an SCV, and the SCV is worth 50 minerals. And it takes something like 6 shots to kill an enemy Vulture. And the Vulture, Okay, that was a slightly premature GG. But it looks like Ssak, he spent a whole lot more SCVs trying to break out of contains. And this time it didn't go very well. So alright, he's gonna just call it quits this now, say, hey, I'm still up by 2. Or up by 1, I only need 1 more to win, got 2 chances to win it. So Mong is going to take this game. So alright, I would say it's probably because of the economic cheese he did. You know, he took the 14cc, he got really lucky he didn't get scouted, and he rode it out to the end. But alright, I will see you in Game 4. See you then.